You are a strong person. Yes, you can do it all. You thought that they had you stuck, but you're back against the wall. You are a strong person. So baby, keep moving on. Don't let nobody stop your hustle. But both your plans to just stand tall. You will stand tall.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This message is for fire signs. This is for your week ahead, as well as your career and your money. So fire signs, this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's your girl, Lavender. I'm a virtual life coach, and thank you for joining me for this video here on Lavi Program. We're on this channel, we are manifesting realities one change at a time. So I've already did your pre-shuffle, and some of the things that I saw during the pre-shuffle, it looks like some of you are trying to have more gratitude with something. Maybe some type of self-discovery or discovering something, because the discovery card came out as well. I feel like maybe there's some things you might be discovering, or maybe some self-discovery that you could be doing. Also, I had ended up seeing the 5 of Cups in the upright. This could be, maybe some type of loss that you might feel regretful about, or some type of grief that you're, dealing with as well. It could be in the mix here. So let's go ahead and let's see what the cards have to say about the week ahead. Again, that's not for all of you. I feel like it could be for a very small percentage of you, but I did see that while I was shuffling. And the fact that I still remember it after starting this video, yeah, I feel like it's something that's of significance. So let's go ahead and get into your read. So bottom of the deck. Oh, also, any cross watches, please keep in mind that roles can be reversed. All right. Bottom of the deck, we got awareness. Maintain awareness. Be present in every moment. All right. So maybe some of you are becoming more aware of things. I said discovery. Again, this could be self-discovery, or maybe some of you discovering something else. All right, let's see. What's the week ahead looking like for fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, first out we got light. Light dispels darkness. Keep your inner light shining. So I feel like for some of you, you're allowing yourself to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. Again, that could be that gratitude as well as acceptance as well. What else we got for y'all? So secondly, we have friendship. Cherish friendships. They are the harbors for your soul. So maybe for some of you, friendships could improve, or there's something dealing with friendships. Maybe there was a friendship where things got a little dark, and now, there's some light at the end of the tunnel regarding this. All right, let's get one more for fire signs. One more for fire signs. Well, some of you could be coming into new friendships as well. Oh, we have nurture. So definitely some of you could be nurturing a friendship that went dark at some point. Sorry, y'all, for being tongue-tied. Maybe this is how you feel about it. But nurture says nurture others and also yourself. So again, that could go with, you allowing yourself to cope with things, whether it's through gratitude or self-discovery or discovering something in some way. But I feel like you all could be nurturing some type of friendship where things went dark and now there's some type of light at the end of the tunnel. Bottom of the deck is love. Love is everywhere. Open your heart to feel it. Okay? We got 2 little bluebirds there. Blue jays, bluebirds. All right, so maybe for some of you, there's light at the end of the tunnel of a friendship that has now been nurtured and now turns into more of a love thing. It could have started out as friendship for some of you. All right, let's see what else we got with this. I'm going to clarify this a little bit more for y'all. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. So yes, this is a new journey, a test of faith, taking a risk, stepping out into something new. All right. Oh, let me show y'all. You got the Fool card at the bottom of the deck. All right, so light. Oh, okay. So yes, there's definitely some type of compromise. I'm only gonna keep the one that flipped over, which is the 5 of Wands in reverse. So there's definitely some type of compromise that is occurring here with something that was once darkened. Again, this could have been some type of argument, some type of tension between you and somebody, but it's like, now someone is learning to respect differences. That goes back to the gratitude, the acceptance of what is. And then, yeah, you laying something to rest. We got the Four of Swords. You're compromising, laying something to rest, allowing something not to be as interfered as it was before. And again, this could be with some type of friendship as well. Maybe now, for some of you, like I said, this could be something that's growing into something more. But this could also be a friendship that's just retightening, regrouping. Again, laying something, like I said, laying something to rest. Yeah, there was an issue with the Three of Cups in reverse. There was an issue when it came to a friend group, someone within your community. What's friendship here? Okay, first card out. So we got King of Wands for friendship. Give me one more for friendship. And we got the High Priestess. Okay. So someone here is believing in themselves about something. Like they're going inside rather than looking towards other people when it comes to a friendship. This is someone who is willing to take a step forward. Like we said with this King of Wands. This is someone who, there's someone here who definitely wants to nurture something, but also they're taking the lead on it. Like they're taking they're being the head person of it. And they're very focused. They're mature. They want to overcome, challenges and not really let things dwell. But it does look like this is someone who, they want to have good morality with themselves as well. They see themselves in, I don't want to say in a divine way, but it's like they don't see themselves in a negative way. For some of you, this might be somebody who see themselves highly divine, or how people be like, "How you doing?" They be like, "I'm blessed." Like I'm getting that. You know what I'm saying? But bottom of the deck is the World in reverse. So this could have been something that definitely was not completed, or maybe some of you, this could be some type of personal closure that you're trying to deal with. This was something that just wasn't complete. And for some of you, like I said, you could be just going inside and, really focusing on your perspective, your thoughts, your feelings on things, and not really listening to outside people. What's nurture here? Tell me about nurture for fire signs. All right, we got the Queen of Wands. So we got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so somebody here is the friend and somebody here is the nurturer. Let's get one more. Let's get one more. Okay, and then we got the Queen of Swords as well. All right, so being with that, the Queen of Swords is in the upright. I feel like someone is being courageous with something. This nurturer that's coming in, they're determined as well. They also have a zest for life. So this is definitely mutual when it comes to this. You got the king and you got the queen. So this is definitely a couple. This is mutual. But then with this Queen of Swords, we got somebody else that's in the mix. But it looks like somebody here is going to have clear boundaries with something. This could be someone that you all are going to for support with something. Because it does say direct communication, clear-minded. This is someone who's also like mature. You know what I'm saying? So someone could be going toward a more mature feminine energy for assistance with this. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So yeah, maybe somebody needs to come clean about something. Now wants to take responsibility for their role in something. This could be how things are mended because someone is being honest about something, doing what it is they need to do to take responsibility for something. Let's see, what's love here? Tell me about love for fire signs. Tell me about love for fire signs. All right, so we got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So definitely something's coming out of something's coming into recovery out of hardship. Okay. And secondly, we got the Star. All right, for some of you, this could be an Aquarius with this Star card. But yeah, someone is coming out of hardship, out of, you know, poverty mindset. And now there's this new start, this new renewal for some of you, because new don't always just mean brand spanking new. For some of you, it could be brand spanking new. For others of you, this could just be a renewal, you know, a restart, like a rebirth kind of thing. All right. But let's see. And bottom of the deck, judgment. Yeah, someone is making a decision here, making a choice on what they want to do when it comes to this. All right. Now let's go ahead and let's get into your career and your money. Your career and your money. That Saturday night was wild. Alright. Let's see. What's your career and money for fire signs? Aries, Leo, and Sag. Let's do me bottom here. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have Rose. Financial relief, being content, loving care. For career, we have supportive role, job security, and growing. Okay, so it looks like there's going to be some type of financial relief here for you all. For some of you, you may just be feeling content, you know, but also as well, giving loving care to, it's like not just obtaining something, but also making sure that you can maintain it. Because anybody can get something once, but the real question is, can you keep it? You know, can you sustain what it is that you acquire? But when it comes to these careers, you know, perhaps you are someone that's in some type of supportive role, or you could be taking on some type of supportive role. But it looks like, you know, there's some type of job security, or your job is security. But something is growing here when it comes to your career, okay? Also, a supporting role, you could be guiding someone, maybe like, I get like peer review or, what's the word, mentor, you know what I'm saying? Taking on a supportive role. All right, let's see. What's the message for fire signs? Aries, Leo, and Sag for this week. All right, first out we got sword. Money conflicts, cutting corners, breakthrough. As far as career, we have law and order, pay cut, defense, being fired. Okay, so what I see here is for some of you, it could be some type of, you know, financial conflict that you're going through. You might be trying to cut corners, trying to figure out how to steal from Peter to pay Paul. For breakthrough here, though, it seems like there's going to be some type of breakthrough that's coming through. As far as career, some of you might be in the law enforcement in some way, maybe in the court systems, police, deputy, something like that. But it says pay cut. So for some of you, the money conflicts could be because there's some type of pay cut when it comes to your career. It looks like you're trying to defend things, like really hold tight. It's given like 4 of Pentacles. You're really trying to hold on and preserve what you already got. And for some of you, this is because you're being fired from something. All right, let's see. What else we got for fire signs for this week? What else we got for fire signs? All right, so second out, we have Turtle. It says money coming slowly, steady progress. As far as career, it says moving for work, in good time, and long term. So even though some of you might be going into this week with money conflicts and trying to cut corners and, you know, really kind of deciding on which bill you can go without paying and which one you can't, you know, which one is a priority. It looks like though things are going to gradually start coming in though this week. Oh, did I show you a card? Sorry. But it looks like things are going to try to start coming in this week. I mean, as you can see with this turtle, like his shell is hard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some of you might feel like you have to have a hard shell to kind of get through things. But it is, things are moving forward. It's coming in increments rather than in a large lump sum. Some of you could be moving for work when it comes to your career. Things are happening in good timing though when it comes to work. So it's kind of giving like a trust the process, but this is something that's going to be sustainable. And I said something earlier about you can get something once, but you know, can you sustain it? And it does have long term here. So it looks like for some of you what's coming in, this is going to be something that's a long term shift for you. Let's get one more for fire signs. One more for fire signs. All right, we have spiral, out of control, climbing the ladder, upward trend. For career, we have revisiting a job, promotion, and we have connections. So for some of you, you could be feeling like things are just spiraling out of control. Things are coming in slowly, trickling in, but you might still be spiraling out of control because of that survival mindset. But it looks like that, again, with climbing the ladder, you are moving forward. It's just not going at the pace that you want it to go. But there is an upward trend that's happening here. Some of you could be revisiting a previous job, maybe taking on another job. Maybe you have a promotion that could be coming in, and some of you could just be networking, mingling with people so that you can get that opportunity of going up the ladder because you're connecting yourselves and allowing new opportunities of doors to potentially be open to you. Bottom of the deck, we have coffin. Bad investment, financial challenges, savings. For career is office work, night shift, and job ending. So as far as this being the underlying energy, I feel like this could be, what you all could be presently going through, but we already see how things can improve. It's given like a matter of what's your choices. Like, am I going to continue the same type of patterns and behaviors that I was doing before that put me in this situation, or am I going to change it for myself? And it looks like some of you could be trying to dead it with coffin just in general. Dead things go in a coffin. So I feel like some of you are trying to dead that and really have some new type of renewal here. Like, you're really addressing this. Now, you can't change everything overnight, but I feel like this week there are going to be some new changes that are going to be coming into fruition here. Because you understand, I've made bad financial investments. Now I'm having financial challenges and I'm trying to save up on stuff. So for some of you, this could be, things dealing with office work. Maybe you work a late night shift because you do, with coffin here, they're probably thinking like, what's it called? Graveyard shift. So maybe some of you work a graveyard shift, and then with job ending, this could be with coffin here. This could also, represent the death card, where with job ending, maybe something has to end in order for something to be renewed. This could be like a moment, a light bulb moment, where some of you might realize I'm not growing where I need to be. If I stay where I currently am, and kind of really making that decision to take a step forward and do something else. But let me just give a little advice. Do not cut off the job you already have until you are secured within another position. That's why we got these 2 weeks available here that every job asks you when you're leaving, to give a 2-week notice. So that way too, if something changed with even a new position that you've been hired for, because that can't happen until you do your orientation and your onboarding and hiring paperwork and sign contracts. Until all that is done, you are not an employee, baby. You are just an idea. Just an idea. So make sure you secure your next spot before you decide to, just walk away from a position or a job. Let's not do that. All right. That could be why some of you are having this financial conflict, because for some of you, maybe that's what you've already done. What else we got for fire signs? Okay, so we have gestures at the bottom of the deck. You may be asked to help someone out, or you may need a hand. Give deserved praise to others, and you will receive recognition too. So some of you could be assisting someone this week. I think we kind of already said that. If I'm not mistaken, that was your read. Some of you, could be receiving some type of support this week, or you could be, giving some type of gesture of support to someone. All right. First out, we got connections. Build bridges between people. Contact those who can help you. Your actions set you up for the next opportunity. So again, talking to people, we seen connections earlier with spiral. So we seen connections right here earlier with spiral. Okay, so definitely some of you were connecting to people, networking, allowing yourself to be connected to more people, exposing yourself maybe for some of you, seeking things out there, building a bridge. Maybe some of you have a past partnership that you need to kind of mend and reconnect that bridge to allow yourself a new possibility of opportunities moving forward. For connections as well, maybe some of you are making connections with places to cross a bridge to get to this new place. It's given like moving for career. I think we've seen that down here too. Yeah, moving for work. So for some of you could be moving, crossing a bridge. Maybe your job is on the other side of the bridge. It's given like how somebody live in New Jersey but work in New York because it's cheaper the other way. But yeah, maybe that's a scenario for some of you. All right, second out we have Flashback. People from the past return. You may work with a previous coworker or take back an old job. You get a second chance. And we saw that earlier too. We saw that as well. Is there possibly being, opportunity for a past job or a past opportunity to come back around for some of you? What else for fire signs? The future. Plan for the future while living in the present. You are always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. Well, we've seen the high priestess earlier with going inside, being connected, really listening to your intuition. So it looks like some of you are trying to listen to your intuition, really connecting inside and addressing self-reflection. What way am I participating in my demise or my downfall, and what am I equipped with to make sure I don't continue to dig my own grave, kind of thing. All right, so now we got money matters. Money matters a lot now. Watch your expenses and save up for the future. We saw saving earlier. You need to be prepared for the unexpected. So some of you might be having something unexpected coming about, and you just need to be mindful of your money, how you're distributing your money, how you're spending it. Don't do impulsive spending. Make sure you're making healthy financial decisions, because you work hard for your money. And especially if money already tight, you definitely don't want to just be, throwing it down the toilet or out the window. So let's make, healthy financial decisions. Money matters. All right. Lastly, we got saving face. You may need to grind and bear it. Oh, sorry. You may need to grin and bear it. Maybe some of you need to be grinding. You may need to grin and bear it to maintain respect and keep your job. Or you need to smile and make nice to get the position that you want. So with that gestures underlining card that came out earlier, I feel like for some of you, this new connection could definitely be, a previous job, but you're playing nice, you're being nice and saving face because money is important. Money matters, and you need to plan for the future. Because it's like, what in the world is going on with my money right now? Whether it's me or whether it's an external thing that's coming about. Maybe some of you are living beyond your means. But it looks like I said earlier, some of you are dating that way in which you were not being having good money management, really being aware and conscious of how you are distributing your money that you worked so hard for. And if it's already tight and stretched thin, we don't want to impact that even more. Bottom of the deck, cultivation. Exactly. You are in the growing phase right now, and you must continue to water the seeds you have planted in order to reap the rewards. Exactly. Not destroying what you already have. Realizing that, okay, I need to preserve what I already have, but I can still utilize this to cultivate more, to build more without making these drastic, impulsive or even reckless choices financially in whatever way that I move about, because then it's like later you're just gonna be filled with regret. And we did have that five of cups I told y'all about during the pre-show for earlier, where there was loss, there was regret. It's like at some point we gotta stop complaining because we're just doing it to ourselves. Let's get up out of that. Let's figure out in what way we need to get up out of that, who we need to talk to. Some of you, that might be what you're doing, figuring out who I need to talk to get about this hole. Is there someone from my past that has this information, that I know has this information that I can connect with? Even though I can't stand this person, I know this person has this, that, and that quality. Well, I know I can learn from that. I don't got to go in and use and abuse this person, but I can definitely absorb the knowledge and the information that they have to get me where I want to go. You don't have to manipulate and play nobody and do nothing crazy just to obtain the information that you need. You can still be genuine. You know what I'm saying? And accept the fact that this is someone I know I can grow from. Even if I don't rock this person, they got something that I need as far as how it can help me grow, as far as the information. Not their materials, not what they got, anything like that. It's the information, building the cognitive so that you can move about differently, not doing the same thing, but then expecting that same outcome or result. You allowing yourself now to open up, to take accountability, be responsible with your money, with your life, with your choices, and allowing yourself to grow. Just sliding on out the way so that growth and you can meet at that bridge and build, can connect. Growth in you so y'all can connect together, okay? All right, fire signs. That's the message that I got for y'all for the week ahead, as well as your career and your money. Please follow the QR code if you would like to schedule your own personal life coaching or tarot service session with me. There is online booking as well as online payment options. By following that QR code, it will also take you to my ebook. You can buy me a coffee if you want to. And there is also service details and frequently asked questions, and my email information is there if you would like to reach out. All right, that was your reading. I wish you all the best. Have a great week from June 1st through the 6th, and I look forward to y'all in the next video. Take care, y'all. If you have not, please subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.